Hey everybody, my name is Ellie, and in this video I will show you the light armor on the female human in Guild Wars 2. So let's get started. I'll get my equipment preview screen over here. And we'll start with the Magician set, which is... it's okay. I think the skirt is pretty popular. I see a lot of people running around in that one. I think this is one of the easier sets to get because I know in PvE it's one of the first ones you can get, apart from your starting gear, of course. So I'm pretty sure that that probably goes for PvP as well. I could be wrong though, so don't take my word for it. And then we go to the country set, which is the same story. It's also one of the starting gears in PvE, so I would not be surprised if it's in PvP as well. There's 3 of them that look pretty simple, a little boring maybe. I'm not a fan of them myself, but this is your starting gear. This is what you get when you make a character. It's pretty nice. The skirt's a little too short for me, maybe. I don't see the use of this gear when you're a mage. I mean, there's like no protection, but I'm not gonna nag about that. I'm not one of those people. I still think it's a nice set. I don't like the colors though. Like if I want to dye this red, it's gonna be red with a brown hue. I'm not a fan of that myself, but it's a nice set overall. I really like the boots of it. Okay, so now we'll go to the Devout set, which I think is called Devout in PvE as well. Not all sets from the PvP armor share the same name as their PvE equivalents. So just because something is called something in the PvP locker doesn't automatically mean that they're called the same in the PvE one. I don't know all the names out of my head. I'm still a pretty new player, so if you want to know a specific set and you can't find it, then you'll just have to look it up online somewhere, because I'm not sure I can help you with it. Some of them are pretty hard to get, and I'm still low level, so this is the first set I think you get with crafting from tailoring, which makes light armor, of course, like in pretty much every MMO. It's a pretty nice set. I think I really like the legs. I think those are really cool. I think the gloves are pretty nice as well, that you have like a ring included. I think that's pretty nice. And they're called plain in PvP. I think they're called something different in PvE, but I could be wrong again. I'm gonna be wrong about everything. I can just feel it. This is the third one of the starter sets. This was your actual starter gear, and then you had this one, the Magician one, the country one, and then this one. That's really the 3 sets of gear that you get after your starting gear. And that's why they look a bit simple and dull, I think. Because they're the first ones you get, and they probably wanted to save the pretty looking armor for later on. This is the dry bone set. This one is getting really cool. I think this one is really nice. I love the helmet. I really like the gloves and the boots. And to be honest, I like the whole set in total. But I think this set you get from quest rewards from Heart Vendors. I think around level 20 or 30. I'm not sure, one of those two, or maybe somewhere in between. But it's pretty early on. It's not an end game set or anything of that sort. Now we'll go to the Kabbalist set. I know this one shares the same name as the PvE one. The PvE one is also called Kabbalist. So if you want to look this one up, I know it's pretty cheap on the what's it called? Trading post? Trading post. I was gonna say auction house, but people will kill me if I do that. On the trading post. I know I bought like the whole set for about 50 silver or something, I think. So it's pretty cheap if you want this one to transmogrify your gear with. It's pretty easy to do. Then we'll go to the Acolyte set. I think the mask is pretty funny. It's a pretty simple armor set. I don't know where you get this one. I haven't had it yet. Then we'll go to the Conjurer one. I know this one is called Conjure in PvE as well, and it's the same story as the Cabalist one. You can easily buy it on the trading post for not that much money, so it's pretty easy to get this one. You don't need to have a rich main for it to be able to afford this for an alt or something as a transmogrify set. So, I mean, my highest character is like level 40, and I got the whole set as a transmogrify one, so it's not that hard. Then we'll go to the rubric. That is the weirdest word I have seen today, but I guess it means something. I don't know what, but it probably has a meaning. I think this is a nice one. I like the layers in the coat and the, I don't even know what to call it, like all the extras, like the necklace and the little things here. I think that looks nice. The boots stand out a bit, but that's probably because they're bright brown and purple, opposed to the black and white of the coat. So now we'll go to the Escalonian Clergy one, which I think is the same one as you get from Escalonian Catacombs, which is the level 30 dungeon, which is the first one. You can get this one if you do the dungeon's explorable mode, which you have to be level 35 for, which is pretty much the hardcore mode of the dungeon. And you will get rewards for doing so, and you can use those rewards at a vendor to buy this set. I think you have to be level 80 to use it, but I could be wrong. So again, don't take my word for it. Then we have the stately one. I guess this is a dungeon one, but I'm not sure. To be honest, I have no idea. I know it's pretty popular though as a transmigration set. It looks really nice. I see a lot of people running around with the skirt. I think it's pretty nice. I like how it wiggles. And then we'll go to the masquerade one. Now this is a weird one, because in PvE there's a masquerade set as well, which is called, what am I talking about? It's called Masquerade, yes. It has the exact same icons as you can see here, but it's a completely different armor set. So if you see Masquerade here, it's this shaman-like set, which is really freaking awesome, by the way. I really like this set. I love the red hairdo. It's, But, the Masquerade set is actually not in the PvP locker for some really weird reason. I think it's a bug, and they'll probably fix it soon. I have it, the PvE set called Masquerade. I have it, so I'll show you how it looks. But the Masquerade one in PvP is not the same as the Masquerade one in PvE. But this one is really freaking awesome. I think this one is called Tribal in PvE, but I'm not entirely sure. Then we'll go to the Seer set, which is also pretty nice. I like the snake on the shoulder. I know my boyfriend hates snakes, so I could totally get this one just to annoy him. I think the mask looks really nice as well. It's a pretty nice set. I have no idea where you get this one though. And then we'll go to the tactical one. I think this one looks pretty cool. It's, the helmet seems a little off. I think it should have been, yeah, I don't know, maybe a little different. But I like the rest of the set. I think the chest looks nice with the pants and the gloves, and the shoulder piece is pretty cool. The boots are a little weird, but maybe that's just the coloring. Maybe with a different color it looks better. Then we'll go to the Acolyte set, which in PvE is called Feathered. I think it's the Feathered set in PvE, sorry. Always confusing those two. This one is also really cheap to get on the trading post. You can just buy it for about 50 silver or something for the whole set. It's pretty cheap. At least it is on my server, and I think a lot of servers are as high populated as mine is, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's easy to get pretty much everywhere. Then we'll go to the Nightmare one, which I know is very popular. This is one you get from a dungeon. I think it's the one in the Silvari area, and I think it's the 3rd dungeon, so that would make it level 50, I think, but I'm not entirely sure. I know a lot of people farm the armors from this dungeon, because it's pretty much the only way to get Silvari-looking armor if you're not a Silvari. So if you want to look like a Silvari but you're not, you should farm this dungeon, and you will get these sets. I know they're very popular. Then we'll go to the Priory one. Now the Priory is a special one, because there's 3 factions in this game. Priory, Vigil, and what's the other one called? Order of Whispers, I think it's called. And you can only choose to join one. And all of them have their own gear set. But if you choose one, you can't get the other ones. So if you find gear very important, then I would recommend that you look up how the gear sets look before you decide which one you go for. Because I love really cool looking armor, but if I see this one, I would be bummed if I got this one. But it's, you know, some people like it, some people don't. That's how it works. But this is the one you get when you join the Priory. And now we'll see the one from the Vigil, which is the other faction. This one is one of my favorite ones in the entire game. If I'm looking at light armor, medium armor, and heavy armor together, this is one of my favorite ones. I think it looks so nice. I really like it. So I am going for the Vigil, just because I will get this piece of armor. Then there's the Whispers one that you get if you join the Order of Whispers. You don't get these sets when you join them, by the way. I think you get them at level 80. So don't get mad at me if you don't get them when you join the faction. Because I kind of just said you did. I bet you, when she runs, you can see her underwear, like, every step she takes. But this isn't the only set that has that, so... But this one's pretty nice. I think the headpiece is pretty cool. Then we have the Noble set, which looks kind of like a pirate, I think. Looks a little piratey if you would dye this brown. I think it looks like a pirate. Then we'll get the Dredge set. I think this is from a dungeon as well, but again, don't take my word for it. I'm giving so much, like, false information in this video. I should be ashamed of myself. But I love this set. I think it looks... this is not light armor. And I like that. That it's light armor, but it doesn't look like light armor. I think this would be medium. If I would see this, I would guess this is medium. Maybe even heavy. So I think that's really cool. And I love these, like, the little lamps that you have flying on your back. Alright, now we'll go to the Flame Legion set, which I think is also from a dungeon. This one is also really popular, which is not surprising. To be honest, it looks really kick-ass. I'm totally gonna get this one, eventually, when one day I will reach a high level. Then we go to the Armageddon set, which is one of my favorites as well. Because it's cute. It's really freaking cute. And I like that. I like cute armor. Yes, I do. So yeah, I have no idea how you get this one. I don't think it's an armor one. Or an armor one. I don't think it's a dungeon one. But I don't know how you get it. But I am gonna get it. One day. So, now we'll go to the Inquest set. Which I think is also from a dungeon, but once again I am not sure. I think it's a pretty nice one. I love the steampunk gloves. I am so madly in love with steampunk stuff. So this one it's pretty cool. The rest is not that steampunk though. Maybe the helmet, but that's really it. I think it's still a nice set. I like how it looks. Then we'll go to the Paw of Koda set, which I think is also from a dungeon. And I love this one. I love the pants, or it's not pants, it's a skirt. And you have like short here and then long in the back. I think that looks really, really nice. And I'm a fan of like fur linings, so this makes me very, very happy. And I like the boots and the gloves, because this looks more like plate, like hard armor, maybe leather, thick leather. Doesn't look like light armor, and I like that. Then we have the champion set, which in PvE is called winged. The winged set, because it has wings on its mantle, I guess. This is usually the set that I wear now, because this is also really cheap to get on the trading post. I'm always thinking of TP and then I think of toilet paper, but it's not the toilet paper that you get this on. I think this one is really cool. I hate the tattoos here though. I don't know why they did that. I just think it looks weird. It seems out of place, and I wish they didn't add it, but they did, so I'll just have to live with it. I think the helmet is pretty cool. I never use the mantle myself. It's a little too much for me, but I know it's pretty popular. Some people run around with that thing on, so apparently some people do like it. Now we have the Corrupted Orion set, which is, I think, really hard to get. I think it's really expensive, and with a very good reason. I mean, you have Sauron melted onto your belt buckle. Isn't that freaking awesome? That is enough reason for me to get this set, because I will have Sauron on my belt buckle. And look at this head. Just look at it. Oh, it's so good. I want this. I want this so bad. I'm gonna stop drooling over the set and go to the Outrider set, which is also one of my favorite ones. It's one of those girly ones that make me happy. I think it looks really nice. English is not my language today. But yeah, this one's awesome. Awesome. Now we will go to the Wizard set, which is also pretty nice. I think the skirt is pretty neat. And I love high boots. High boots is just my thing. I always wear those. Whether it's in games or in real life, I just love high boots. And then we have the one that you start with, which is pretty much the same as the Devout one, as you can see. It's almost identical. So, but that's the one you start with, the last one, the guild one. This one. And that's pretty much it. If you want to go to the PvP locker yourself, you just press this button with PvP on it, and then you click this button, which will say go to the mists, and when you're in it, like I am now, the button will change to leave the mists, which I'm going to do right now because I will need to show you some gear. We still have the what's it called? The cultural gear, I think it's called, which is only wearable by humans, which is really freaking awesome. Actually, I think it's kind of lame, because I love the Norn cultural armor. I think it's awesome. And I also like the Silvari cultural armor, but I can't use them, because I hate Norn, and I'm not a great fan of Silvari either. I've always had a weak spot for human characters. So I really hope they change that there's a way you can get the cultural armors from different races and you can use them. I would be really happy if they added that. Alright, so here we are at the armor smiths for the humans. Now, as you can see, I'm wearing a combination of the Kabbalist one, which is my legs, and the winged, which is, I think it was called Champion in PvP. And then I have the feathered headpiece, and winged boots, winged gloves, and that's pretty much what I have. Alright, so I have the Masquerade legs that I was talking about, which is this one. This is the set that you see when you make a human or Norn character and you check the Mesmer gear preview. Like if you're in that screen where you can pick your profession, and then when you click one, you see like one in that class's gear, sort of. This is what you see when you click the Mesmer. So if you want to see the whole set, I don't have it, but if you want to see the whole thing, you can just go into character creation and make a human or Norn, click on the Mesmer, and you will see what it looks like. It looks pretty cool. I really love the skirt one. I always have that one with me. Alright, so
You'll
I'll
find
show
everything
you
you need
tier
here.
1 of the human set. It's not that expensive. I think it's 3 gold, 3.5 gold to get the whole set. But then again, I don't really like it. I think it's kind of boring. But it's pretty nice still. This is, you have to be level 35, I think. Yeah, 35 for this one, and you have to be a human,
Goodbye.
of course. Then we go to tier 2, which is for level 60. And that's all you need. You just need to be level 60 and you need to be rich to get these armors. This one's pretty funny as well. I have the skirt. I'm happy with that one. But I think this is a nice set. The face here is a little scary. It looks like a bird man with a really big nose. I'm not sure what they were thinking, but I guess that's fashion. I don't know. I guess it's fashion.
You'll find everything you need here.
And then we have the last one, which is the gear preview you see when you make a human elementalist. I love this one. You have to be really, really bloody rich to get this one. But I think it's worth it, because I think it's one of the coolest armors in the game. Especially when you look at light armor. I think it's one of the cooler ones. And I think that was pretty much every human armor thing I could show you. So if there's any other ones that you would like to see, just leave it in the comments below. Tell me which race you want to see, and male or female, and I will make a video of all the armors that race and sex combination can wear. And I'll upload it, and you can watch it, and you can enjoy it, and you can tell me how nice of a video it is. And that's what you better do.
The color of your coin.
So yeah, that's pretty much this video. I think that concludes it. I think that's all I can show you. And what is that? What? And this is the last thing you're gonna see when I quit this video.